My compassionate and imaginative Pisces friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. In Pisces, there's an ache that moves quietly beneath your week, like the hush before rain. You sense the pressure of words unsaid and truths that hang somewhere between your chest and your throat. The world around you seems to pulse with meaning, yet the meanings feel slippery, hard to pin down. In still moments, it's as if there's a tug between wanting to speak what's real and fearing how it might land. There's a longing for clarity, but also a wariness about what clarity might upend. You feel the subtle squeeze of holding your breath, hoping to find the right moment to exhale. And underneath it all, a low thrum of anticipation. What could shift if you let yourself say what you truly feel? The air is thick with expectation, as if something inside you is waiting for a sign or perhaps a permission. You step into the week with the quiet force of the Queen of Swords. This is not a posture of coldness, but of deliberate honesty. You carry yourself with a kind of earned composure, the result of lessons learned the hard way, through disappointments, through times when your voice felt too soft or went unheard. Now there's resolve in the way you process your thoughts. You see through facades, both your own and others, sensing when something is left unsaid, or when a distraction is covering up a deeper feeling. There's a balance in you between compassion and discernment. You're able to notice your emotions without letting them sweep you away. It's not about shutting them down, but about holding space for them and deciding which ones need to be expressed, and which can rest quietly for now. Your inner dialogue is sharper than usual, more precise. You weigh your words before they leave your lips, aware of the impact they might have. There's a subtle weariness, too, a knowing that honesty can sometimes be isolating, but also a recognition that silence can be just as heavy. You may find yourself reflecting on conversations past, replaying moments where you wished you'd spoken up, or perhaps held back. In these moments, you sense the boundary between what you feel and what you're willing to reveal. This week, you're not interested in drama or confusion. What you want most is to slice through the fog, to name things for what they are, and to find a resting place for your truth. You're willing to be misunderstood if it means being authentic. There is quiet courage in your heart and a gentle firmness in your tone. You know that clarity can sting, but you also know it's a balm for wounds that secrecy keeps open. This inner clarity is not static, it presses outward, shaping the horizon of your days. The more you honor your own discernment, the more you begin to notice the ways the world responds. This subtle shift inside you creates ripples. Your energy draws out opportunities, challenges, and invitations you might have missed before. The need for honest expression is not just an internal matter now. It becomes the undercurrent guiding your choices, your interactions, and the very path you walk this week. As your thoughts sharpen, so does your awareness of what's really possible and what's been holding you back. That's when the Three of Wands energy stirs the landscape around you. The week itself feels like a moment suspended between what has already been set in motion and what is just beginning to appear on the horizon. You sense the urgency of momentum, the way plans seem to gather speed, almost as if your willingness to see clearly has unlocked a series of events you can't quite control. There's a sense of standing at a vantage point, looking out over the terrain of your recent choices. You see where you've come from, the intentions you've set, and you notice the path stretching out ahead, some clearer than others. But this isn't just a time for reflection. There's a low-grade tension in the air, a pressure to act, to take the next step, even if you're not entirely certain where it will lead. You might feel the friction between wanting to hold back, to review your plans just once more, and feeling the outside world nudging you forward. People around you might seem more insistent, deadlines tighter, possibilities more urgent. It's not chaos, but it is a reminder that the world doesn't pause while you weigh your options. There's movement, and you are a part of it whether you feel ready or not. This pressure brings both excitement and anxiety. You want to trust your vision, yet there's a nagging voice wondering if you've missed something, if the ground beneath your feet is as solid as it appears. The sense of anticipation is real, but so too is the awareness that not every opportunity is meant for you. The challenge this week is to stay rooted in your inner clarity, even while the world asks you to stretch, to risk, to step forward. The Three of Wands is a reminder that every journey is a negotiation between what you know and what you are willing to discover. The horizon calls, but you get to choose how and when to answer. Still, the horizon is not a promise, it's an invitation. The sense of possibility that hovers at the edge of your awareness is only realized if you meet it with your full presence. No one else can do this part for you. The week opens doors, but you decide whether to walk through. The swirl of choices, the pressure to act, all of it depends on how honestly you're willing to engage with what's real for you right now. If you meet the moment with half your heart, the potential remains just out of reach. But if you show up with your whole self, uncertain maybe, but sincere, something new is possible. The future takes shape in the space between your readiness and your willingness to risk being seen. Here, the Seven of Cups hovers not as a warning but as a mirror to your imagination. The possibilities before you are many, some dazzling, some confusing, all jostling for your attention. This isn't a time for easy answers or quick decisions. It's a space where dreams and doubts mingle, where the line between hope and illusion blurs. You might feel the allure of different paths, each one promising something you crave: security, excitement, validation, escape. The temptation to chase after what shimmers brightest is strong. Yet this card invites you to slow down, to let your vision settle before you choose. Growth here is not about grasping for the next best thing, but about allowing yourself to linger in uncertainty long enough to sense what truly matters. There's wisdom in letting some options remain unexplored, in accepting that not every possibility needs to become reality. What's possible for you this week is a deeper intimacy with your own longing, the courage to wonder what you want, and to trust that you'll know when it's time to act. No path is perfect, but each one teaches you something about yourself. Growth now is the willingness to be curious, to let your desires surface without needing to chase them all at once. As the days unfold, the story of your week weaves itself together. The clarity and quiet courage of the Queen of Swords, the restless horizon of the Three of Wands, and the shimmering choices of the Seven of Cups. Your willingness to see yourself honestly, without judgment, without rushing, becomes the light by which you navigate uncertainty. Each card reflects a piece of your journey: the wisdom to name your truth, the bravery to let the world respond, and the humility to let some doors remain closed for now. There is no rush, no need to force decisions or chase every dream. The path ahead is rich with possibility, but it unfolds at the pace you allow. By honoring the tension between clarity and longing, you give yourself permission to move gently, to trust that your vision will sharpen as you go. The week ends not with a final answer, but with a sense of quiet satisfaction. You allowed yourself to be seen, to wonder, to wait, and in that spaciousness something new has already begun to grow. Actionable insights for Pisces this week. Let each thought settle before you respond. Try naming how you feel, even if just to yourself. Give yourself permission to wait before choosing. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I trust my voice even when it trembles. I am allowed to pause and consider. My clarity is my kindness to myself and others. Each choice I make brings me closer to myself. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.